If you're flying into Heathrow Airport, you're probably wondering the best way to get into central London. But with 3 different rail options plus buses and coaches, it can be tricky to decide. Let's break down your choices. First up, the Heathrow Express. This is the fastest option, taking just 15 minutes to reach Paddington Station. But it's also the most expensive, costing £25 for a standard ticket. If you book in advance, you can get tickets for as low as £10, but they're less flexible. You have to travel on the date of your ticket, although any train that day is fine. The trains are comfortable with power points and USB ports to charge your phone, plus plenty of space for luggage. And if you have gold status with a Star Alliance airline, you can even upgrade to first class for no extra charge. But it only stops at Terminals 2, 3 and 5, so if you're flying into Terminal 4, this isn't your best bet. The Heathrow Express is only the fastest option if you're staying near Paddington. There's a very good chance that your hotel is nowhere near Paddington Station, which means that you'll need to factor in extra travel time and costs for onward travel. Next up is the Elizabeth Line. It's cheaper than the Heathrow Express and not that much slower. Even if you're only going as far as Paddington, it may still be a quicker option if an Elizabeth Line train is coming first. It's more convenient too. After Paddington, it stops at Bond Street, Tottenham Court Road, Farringdon and Liverpool Street. So if your hotel's near one of these stations, this could save you time and money. Trains are comfortable, though not as fancy as the Heathrow Express. The Elizabeth Line serves all terminals, with Heathrow Central Station serving Terminals 2 and 3, and separate stations for Terminals 4 and 5. The most popular, and usually the cheapest option, is the Piccadilly Line on the London Underground. With a journey time of around 45 minutes into central London, it is quite a bit slower than the Heathrow Express or the Elizabeth Line, but it should only cost you £5.80, so it is a much better deal. Trains are also smaller, so it's more cramped, with less space for luggage, and it can be crowded, especially during peak hours. But new trains are expected on this line sometime in 2025, which should improve things. While it takes longer to get into central London, it has more stops, increasing the chance that it will stop somewhere close to your hotel. The line stops at Earls Court, Gloucester Road, South Kensington, Knightsbridge, Piccadilly Circus, Leicester Square, Covent Garden, Holborn, Russell Square and King's Cross in Pancras. It serves all terminals at Heathrow, with stations for Terminals 2 and 3, Terminal 4 and Terminal 5. Another option is the National Express coach. While it can be cheaper than the Elizabeth Line and the Heathrow Express, it can be slower due to possible traffic congestion. The coach terminates at Victoria Coach Station, which may not be that convenient depending on where you're staying. National Express coaches stop at Heathrow Central Station near Terminals 2 and 3, and some coaches also serve Terminal 5. It's quite a popular option for people who need to travel to Heathrow Airport from destinations outside London, but it's not such a great option if you're travelling into central London. If you're on a budget and travelling late, the N9 night bus is by far the cheapest option at just £1.75. It has several convenient stops en route to central London, but it's a night bus, which means that it's only an option if you need to travel between 1:20am and 6:20am. The N9 stops at Heathrow Central Bus Station near Terminals 2 and 3, and it also stops at Terminal 5. So, which option is best for you? Well, it depends where you're staying and which terminal you're flying into. If your hotel is within a 5-minute walk of a station on the Elizabeth or Piccadilly line, there's little reason to spend extra on the Heathrow Express. But if speed and comfort are your priority and you're staying right next to Paddington Station, then the Heathrow Express might be worth it. But if you're taking the Heathrow Express, steer clear of these guys at the airport. They want to sell you a full fare ticket for £25. It's a much better option to pre-book your ticket in advance, either through the Heathrow Express website or their app. An advance purchase ticket is only £10 if you book at least 45 days in advance, and around £17 if you buy it less than 45 days before your travel date. Whichever option you choose, public transport options are well signposted at Heathrow Airport, so there won't be any problem finding the trains or where to buy your tickets. It's important to note that the Heathrow Express does not contribute towards your daily Oyster cap, which makes the other options considerably better value if you're planning on travelling elsewhere in London later in the day. Also, if you're paying for the Tube or the Elizabeth Line train with a contactless debit or credit card, you'll need to tap off with the same card that you used to tap on, otherwise you might be charged a higher fare. Whatever you choose, now you know the options to get from Heathrow into central London. Safe travels, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel tips.